Hello everyone, this is Faith. I'd like to go a little bit more over the gardens and perhaps their history. Um, what I currently, the memories that I unlocked when I was at the, Treasury of Light. Um, well, I remember that there was a, there was an agreement that everybody had. The entire thing, everybody actually agreed that there would be people who would be exiting the entire war that's outside. The whole agreement is that we'd all go gardening, and they would leave all of our gardens alone. We all actually signed a contract that they contracted with everybody, saying that yes, they will leave our gardens alone, they'll leave us alone, they won't drag the war into our garden, yada yada. They promised. Um, that contract still exists. I actually found it and put light back into it this lifetime, at least for my own part of the contract. But I noticed that they're still here. They don't really intend to leave. They don't intend to honor their part of the contract. Now, this entire place was built specifically so we could all go gardening. When I remember, the light gardeners were the first ones to show up. We built a pure light garden. Later, over time, more gardeners with different seeds started showing up, and everybody agreed going gardening would be more fun than having a war. Yeah. After a while, though, someone actually betrayed everyone's gardens and let the war that was outside into the gardens. From what I understand, this was done out of fear, not out of anything logical. But even so, regardless of why it was done, it certainly should not have been done. And, the first thing that the, warlords brought here was ice. They iced over our garden, and at some point later, they actually put a physical overlay over the gardens. That's a lot of things are not supposed to be there that now are. And, the war is being dragged into the gardens. And you know what? Even if one betrayed us out of fear to let the war in, if these warlords were actually honorable, they would have stayed out. And they chose not to. Just because someone betrayed us does not mean that they actually had to still come here. They chose to. Now, the gardens are a mess. My garden is doing fine. I actually had to fix up the light treasury as well and had to put up blacklists for the garden and the light treasury just to set some boundaries. I didn't really get much of an actual choice in that matter because people break into the treasury of light. The Gnostics have so many errors on what all of that is for. But in any case, there is still very much an attempt to hide all of our gardens from us. Every single person here is supposed to have their garden. And the warlords who want to have all of their little stupid wars instead of gardening aren't supposed to be here. They are here anyway. They're not going to respect anything that they agreed to. So, what is next is working out what your garden is, setting back up your spiritual little garden patch, and then defending it from all the external forces that are going to try and get rid of these. The thing is, if you look outside, you can still see that nature is the base of reality. So it makes perfect sense for this entire place to actually have originally been a garden. Now, I have some information on what the Veil of Forgetfulness was originally for. Originally, it was just something to wipe the war from everyone's mind so we don't forget about it, and so that anybody else who tried to show up here would also forget about it. It got hijacked in favor of the warlords at some point, and now everybody here forgets everything unless they unlock their memories somehow. And the warlords actually have more of an advantage of remembering things correctly than the gardeners do. Well, I can tell the warlords kind of hijacked everything here in everybody's gardens. Okay, it's just the fact that everybody in the house has to yap the exact instant. Okay, they've been disrupting me this entire time that I've been recording, honestly. They've been going inside and outside, blah blah blah. They don't quit. That's getting annoying and on my nerves, and it's kind of grating. But just the fact that they've been disrupting the recording this badly kind of shows that someone does not want you to know any of this information. Anyway, yes, everything here it's very much been hijacked by the warlords who aren't supposed to be here. The people who are actually supposed to be gardening are being distracted from the gardens. Um, everything that we're all this is there are so many distractions to keep everyone from finding what the gardens are. Now, I want to get into how to access the gardens. A couple of ways are you can actually visualize where your garden is and start working out where your own seeds are stored. Where your seeds are stored, it's none of my business. I don't know. For me, it was a treasure of light where the seeds were stored. For you, it's probably something else. It's also not my place to say what your little garden patch actually is. You'll probably have to manually melt the ice from your garden, like I had to do. And for as messed up as everything is here, you can still have your little energetic garden and use it to improve your life. Another way you could access your garden is through using dreams as a funnel. That's also very possible. Those are the two ways that I personally do it, but I'm sure that everybody else will have their own ways of finding and connecting with their own gardens. Anyway, I do recommend fixing up whatever your garden is, regardless of what type of garden that you have. And I can't fix your gardens for you. You have to fix your own garden yourself. And trust me, there are also going to be things here that will try to have your gardens redirected. Do not trust anybody else with what your garden is. Don't trust anyone else or anything else with that. Your garden is yours. I will see everybody in the next video. Thank you for watching.